Hola everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to use the super trend strategy. Okay. This strategy is an amazing strategy because personally I've been using it and it's been giving good results. And so far it has about 70 to 80% win rate. And you also can actually use this and try it out first on your demo before you go live with it. All right. So I'm going to show you how to set up the strategy quickly. Please make sure you take a screenshot of the next thing I'm about to show you on my screen quickly, because this is a setup. So you want to take a screenshot of this. You can write it down. You can pause the video and write it out, or take a screenshot so that when you're setting up yours, you can actually do the same thing. So quickly, let me go back to my chart so I will show you how to set it up quickly. Okay. So the first thing on the list is changing our candles to HEIKIN ASHI candle. Number one, it says change candle to HEIKIN ASHI candle. So how do I change my candle? I'll come to this place that looks like candle. You can see candles here, and I can see an icon beside it which says bar style. I'll click it. This is a drop down of different candle style we have in the market. But what I want to use is the HEIKIN ASHI candle. So I'll click HEIKIN ASHI candle. So the next thing on the list is it says I should add two super trend indicator. So how do I add it? If you can see to the top middle of my screen right here, you can see indicators. All right. So I'll click the indicators and this will pop up. What do I do next? I type in the super trend, because that is the indicator I'm looking for. And not just super trend, this particular super trend given by Kivan, all right? So how do I add it? I'll tap it twice because it said I should add it twice. How do I add it twice? I'll double tap it. Yeah, once I double tap it, you will see it here, showing here on my screen now that I have two super trend, and this is how it looks by default without changing settings. So the next thing it says I should change my SP1. The SP1 is the first super trend, and the second one here is the second super trend. So I have two super trend. The one at the top is a super trend one, SP1. The one below is SP2. So what do I do next? Is giving me the settings for my SP1. So that is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go to the SP1 and I'll click this setting icon right here. I'll click it. So I can see input, style, and visibility. All I want to work with is just the input. So I'll leave it on input. The next thing there is ATR period. It says I should change my ATR period from 10 to 21. So SP1 ATR period is 21. Then the ATR multiplier, which is here, I'll change it to what? 1. So then once I do that, I'll click OK. So the next one I want to do is the SP2. So the SP2, I'll come to the one below. I'll click settings. Once I click settings, I'll click this ATR period 14. And the next one is 2. Okay. Now remember, this strategy has about 70 to 80% win rate, meaning if you take it, once you do that, click OK. If you take about 10 trades on this, you're expected to win about 7 to 10 and 7 to 8, and you could lose about 2 to 3, which is fine. Okay, it's a good result, provided you follow the proper risk management. All right, and the one thing you should also know is that this strategy works on all time frame. You can use it on 1 minute time frame. You can use it on 5 minutes time frame, but I personally use it on 5, 15, 1 hour, and 4 hours. 5, 15, 1 hour, and 4 hours. But for people that love to trade in the long run, if you're the type that want to trade in the long run, you like to hold your trade for long, you can actually use the 4 hours daily and weekly. It works on all time frame. That's a beautiful thing. In fact, I have some people in the team that all they do is just to trade it on 1 minute. But personally, I use it on 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours. Okay. So quickly, let's go to the next thing there. So this is all you need to do to set up your charts, the HEIKIN ASHI super trend strategy. Okay. This is all you need to do. So the next thing is, what do I need to see before I place my buy? What do I need to see? What must I see before I place my buy or my sell? So let's go to our rules again. Let's go to our rules quickly. Okay, so the rule says for buy, when you see a buy signal, both super trend must be green and price must be above it. Okay, the buy says when you see a buy signal, both super trend must be green and price must be above it. Okay, so let's go back to our chart and see what we have here. So let's look at it. We'll just go back in time to see a scenario where we had a buy and it met all the conditions. Okay, so this is a perfect condition for this particular strategy. So it says, when I see it, this was the first buy and it's giving out the second buy here. So during the first buy, it says, let's go back to the rule. I just want to work with the rule. It says, when you see a buy signal, both super trend must be green and price must be above it. Guys, let me show you what that means quickly on the chart. So it says both super trend must be green. Look at the buy. Look at this is the buy. Okay. And look at when he actually printed this buy here. This was the candle. This is remember, we're on a 5 minutes chart right here. Okay. So this was a candle that was forming when he gave us a buy signal, which is this. So the question I'll be asking myself is the candle or the price, the candles represent the price, so are they above the two super trend? This is these are the both super trend for us for buy. So the first green and the second green for buy. So price is obviously above it. However, you can see there is still a red at the top of this particular candle when it called the buy. So I will not do anything because this is a candle that the super trend for sell is still above it. So I'm not interested in this until, look at the second time he called the buy here. Look at the second time he called the buy. So this is the buy here. So the second time he called the buy, which is this, and this was a candle that was forming then. Ladies and gentlemen, all I need to do, because you can see the candles, which is the price, is actually above the green line, which is the buy super trend. So what I need to do is just to wait for this candle to close in that same time frame, which is 5 minutes, and I will enter the next one. So meaning, for instance, if this particular candle that is forming came around 12:55, okay, all I need to do is to wait till 1 o'clock before I enter the trade, because this is what will be forming at the next 5 minutes. So the moment it is 1 on the dot, I'll enter a buy here on this candle here. I won't buy on the candle that gave us the buy, which is this. I'll wait for that candle to close. All right, then I'll buy on the next one. Okay. So when I enter my buy, ladies and gentlemen, when I enter my buy, this is where I'm going to enter somewhere here. So remember, our stop loss is always below the green super trend. Your stop loss must always be below the second super trend, which is below. All right. So, and my TP is always 1 to 1.5, ratio 1 to 1.5. Ratio 1 to 1.5, which is this. All right. So meaning is almost like I'm doing ratio 1 to 1. So if I had entered, let's say for instance, you're not seeing this particular place here. This part of the chart, you're not seeing it. All right. So I will enter on this candle and my stop loss will be here. My TP will be my take profit will be somewhere here. For those of you that doesn't know how to use TradingView, check out my YouTube channel. I did a video on how to use TradingView and how it works. Then you familiarize yourself with the TradingView platform, then you can understand this, what I'm saying better. So this is it. So if you had entered here, your take profit will be here. And probably you would have waited for how long? This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. 1 hour, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So within 1 hour, 30 minutes, you're done trading this particular strategy. Why? Because it took a while. It took about 1 hour, 30 minutes before it got to our take profits. So this red zone, this red below is my stop loss, the risk I'm willing to take, and this above is my TP. So If you don't know how to enter a trade, you don't know how to place a trade when this comes up, check out my YouTube channel also. I did a video on how to enter a trade, okay? So the moment all of these conditions are met for a buy, the next thing you're meant to do is to go to, look at the pair where you're using this on GBP USD, look for your GBP USD on your empty phone, your phone, then you enter the buy and put your stop loss. The figure for the stop loss, when you plot it, you can use this tool here, forecast and measurement tool. So I'll click it. So because long means buy, short means sell. So I'll click on the long. So once I click it, I'll come to the place where I'm entering, which is this candle here. I'll place it at the middle of the previous candle here. Then I'll put my stop loss. I'll drag this part downward a bit. Then I'll then drag it, this one upward until this place here, you're seeing ratio shows 1.1.5. 1.1.5 until it shows 1.1.5 before I will stop. 1.1.5. Okay. Okay, let's say this is it. So 1.1.5. Okay, somebody will be asking, why can't I extend it because it went higher? If you're trading it, you won't know if it will eventually get there. But over time, I've seen people trade this strategy and they've been profitable. So it will now be depend on what you think will work for you, because now you now know how to trade it. You can do a lot of things with it. All right. Now make sure as you're trading, you're back testing this also on your own. Share your testimony, your trade experience with me also. All right. So this is this for the buy. Now let's look at the sell quickly. How does it work for the sell? So for the buy, you admit money from the buy, and it's giving you another confirmation for a sell here. You can see clearly right here. It's telling me that this is a sell, and this candle, remember, this candle is still, because it's a sell. Let's quickly go to our goal again. Yeah. Promise this video is not going to be long. Yeah, it's about 15 minutes. So for a sell, it says when you see a sell signal, both super trend must be red and price must be below it. Okay. Okay, I think there's a mix up here. Okay, it's correct. Okay, so for a sell, when you see a sell signal, when you see a sell signal, all right, both super trend must be red and price must be below it. So let's go to the chart quickly. When you see a sell signal, it says both super trend must be red and price must be below it. So let's quickly check it out on our charts quickly. Okay, so this is it. So this was it called a sell here, and if I check this candle here that is under that sell, I can see it's still lapping on a green super trend. So I won't use this. So until it called the next sell, which was this one. So the moment it called this one, I know this one, there is no green super trend below it. So what do I do next? On the next candle, this is where I'm going to enter. The moment this candle starts to form, remember 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, a new candle forms. Okay, so you can use your local time 5 minutes. Okay, just note every 5 minutes, a new candle will start forming. So look at this particular one here. This is where you will enter. So what do? You come to this forecasting and measurement tool. I'll click it, then I'll click short. Remember, short is sell, long is buy. So I'll click short, so that I'll bring it to the candle where I'm supposed to enter my sell, which is this place here, because I can actually candle opens at the middle. So I'll click it, then I'll put my stop. Remember, I will drag this one to be above the super trend red line for my stop loss. Then I'll drag this one down until they give me ratio 1.1.5, okay, which is somewhere here. So it's almost, I'm risking 5 pips to get 5 pips. I'm risking 10 pips to get 10 pips. I'm risking 5 pips to get 7 pips. Sometimes I'm risking 7 pips to get 16 pips. So, and if you pay attention to this, you really fall in love with this strategy. So look at this. It gave us a sell here, and we entered at this point. You enter your sell, put your stop loss above, and put your TP below. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see this actually went all the way. Eventually, if you are traded from here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 1 hour, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I mean, it took about 1 hour for this trade to play out, or maybe less than 30 minutes to play out. However, it called another sell here. It called another sell. Can you see this sell? So the moment this one comes up, you won't enter on this one, you will enter on the next one. Because why? The price, which is a candle, is below the 2 super trend. This is the 2 super trend, is below it. So you cannot bring your measurement to. All right, I'll click short again. This is your entry candle. You put it here. You put it, okay, this, you can see this one is just above the second super trend. And boom, you set it 1:1 ratio, 1 to 1.5. All right, ratio 1 to 1.5, which is here. And eventually it did went further down, which is giving you ratio 1 to 1, ratio 1 to 1 to 3, almost 2.5. Okay, so it went further down. If you check, it went further down, further down. So if you understand how this works, you can see that even when it was coming up, price was still, even here, price was still below the line. So you can still hold it until you now see it. Most times when I'm trading this, now you don't need to do it for as a beginner, but most time when I'm trading, I only close my trade when I see a buy signal. So I will enter here and wait until a new buy signal comes up and I see 2 super trend. I will exit myself. Okay. So if you understand what I'm saying, please make sure you drop a comment. Okay, you can see another one here. Now this is not 100%. I think I saw one here. So for this case, in this case rather, this was the first buy he gave us, then he gave us the second buy on this candle. Ladies and gentlemen, if you had entered this at this point, which is this, watch it, long, he gave me 2 buy here. He gave me 2 buy candle, and the second buy was this. So this other one will be my entry point. So if I entered here, my stop loss will be somewhere here, just below the green line. Then my TP will be 1 to 1.5. Okay, let's say this is my TP. Okay, so you can see when this one started, it was going on a drawdown. It was coming down before eventually it started going up again. So you can see it gave us another buy. I just wanted to note how this is giving you buys in the, so this is for the buy, you know, when the moment it prints a buy, price must be above the 2 super trend. Look at the candle is above the 2 super trend. So this is my entry candle here. So if I had entered here, my stop loss will just be below this place here. Then I can then stretch this out to be 1 to 1.5. Okay, so I would have gotten out, I would have made money on this also. So until, so if you're the type that want to trade, okay, until you see a sell before you enter again, you'd have caught this particular point. So this particular point here, remember, because it's lower time when you're scalping. So look at this until he gave you another sell, short again. He gave you a sell here. This is still below the super trend. Can you see it? So I won't enter until this one. Look at it. This candle is not showing, is not under, is not above this green, it's not below the green. So it's not sitting on the green super trend. So I'll wait till this candle closes. I will enter at this particular one. Then I'll do my ratio 1 to 1.5. My stop loss can be above this place. All right. Then I can stretch this out. 1 to 1.5. Okay. So this is how you can be moving with the market. Now, if you're a trader that knows how to follow swing in the market, this strategy will work for you because you can actually use it to be making, look at this typical example of when it went bad. Watch this one. Watch this one. So he gave us 2 buy candles. He gave us the first buy, the second buy here. So if you're just strictly following the strategy, you'd have entered here and your stop loss would have been somewhere here below the super trend. And probably your TP will be somewhere 1.1.5. Okay, so this particular one, if you had entered it to hit your stop loss, which is normal, okay, it is not 100%, it is about 70 to 80% accurate. You can see right here, even this one too. So if you check the number, okay, let's say for instance, we took this one, we lost. We took this one, we won. 2, that's 1-1. We took this one, we won 2-1. We took this one 3-1, 4-1. We won this one. And this one is 5-1, ladies and gentlemen. All right, look at this one now too. Look at this one. You wait for this candle to, this is the second bite, and this one is not, the red line is not sitting above it. So this is where you enter from. The stop loss will be here, below the green. Then the TP will be somewhere here. 1 to 1.5. So look at this, 5-1. So out of 6, you won 5 and you lost 1, which is a good report. So this is how you're going to be trading it for the buys, for the sell. Now, if you now want to enjoy, remember you can actually trade it on any time frame, So let's go on 15 minutes quickly. All right, look at it on 15 minutes. Now, maybe I will share the advanced. I will still show up the advanced strategy on this particular setup. Okay, I'll share the advanced video with you, because I mean, if you want to trade it on the another higher time frame, there's a little trick to it, but I'm going to share it. If I get more people to like this particular, if I see probably 1,000 likes and probably 500 comments, I'm going to drop the next strategy, and you can actually use trade any time frame. So I'm going to share that secret with you, maybe in another video. Okay, thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, and I look forward to your success in the market. All right, cheers.